Okay guys, we're still wrestling with the tablet, and we don't mean an aspirin either. We decided to make a video more on base defense, and this one is appropriately called Going Nuts for HUTS.
Yes.
And somebody might think, well, they're just HUTS, what's the big deal? No.
Get your HUTS.
Yeah, guys, because there are several ways to arrange the HUTS. Now, sometimes people put them at the front of the base. I've seen that done. Sometimes people put them in the back. And
Or scatter them about.
yes, well, another one is to put them on a small island, okay? Because you have your base going S-shaped, and basically put them on the small island, which is 1, 2, 3. Okay, the third island, because the numbers are...
0.
Yeah, 0 is the center where you have your builder HUT, your storage HUT, your dragons, and your incubator. So that's 0. Easy to remember. 1, 2, 3. Then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So some people put HUTs on 3. I don't think I've ever seen them put on 6. I put mine on island 2, and I'll tell you what the rationale for that is. But regardless, that is one possibility. And if your island has your HUTs on the third little island, okay, well, it's the mid little island, but it's island number 3. That base is excellent to defend, especially if you have high level HUTs, which is why I can't stress, level your HUTs, level your HUTs. It's easy because they don't require much speed ups. And even, you know, if you want to do well in a fortification frenzy, but you don't have a ton of speed ups, your base will not go up any levels. In some cases you want it to go up, but it does add to the defense, by the way, even though not numerically over there. But it makes it much better to defend, because once you put on the super shot heal, and if a lot of you wondered why sometimes your HUTs don't spit and heal each other, it's because they don't have the super shot heal, and you have 2 types of super shot heal, for the lumber and for the cattle. Sheep, excuse me, sheep farm, all cattle, yeah. Okay,
Sheep
now,
are nicer.
huh?
Sheep are nicer.
Oh, yeah, sometimes. Anyway, what I'm saying is if you put them on that little island and you have high level HUTs and they keep on healing each other with the dragon spitting over there, your base is that much easier to defend.
Yes.
Another option is to scatter your HUTs about throughout the island, which becomes more of an iffy proposition, but if you want to see how a HUT can heal a lot of structures, check out the level 312 experience base. There's a little HUT there in the corner and it keeps on healing the fire and ice cannons.
Yes.
That's an option. But what I did with my HUTs is I put them on the second island, and
1.
2, yeah. And I'm going to put cannons and electric prongs there in the back. So while the HUTs are all healing each other, okay, you're going to have a lot of cannons busting shields and electric prongs from the back frying. And go tell them why specifically electric prongs and cannons go well.
The reason for that is because the runes and glyphs that have the super shot heal.
Yeah, we're going to add it, guys. That's not going to do well. We'll just tell you. The legendary healing striker, for instance, right, gives the lumber mill super shot heal of plus 25% if you get it to expert. The lightning tower super shot damage plus 13%. An epic healing striker gives the lumber mill super shot heal 18%, which is still good, and a lightning tower heal of 9%. The legendary healing striker glyph is sheep farm super shot heal plus 25%. And Cannon Tower Super Shot damage plus 13%. The rare healing striker glyph only affects the sheep farm. Super Shot heal plus 13%. And the epic mystic striker glyph gives the blue mage super shot damage plus 18% and Cannon Tower super shot damage plus 9. So basically, yeah, HUTs can become an offensive weapon by healing each other or healing the weapons around them. Now again, you have a choice. You can scatter them throughout the island, or you can bunch them together on a little island, or put them at the front of an island, or in the back. But again, if it's an issue of war, you definitely want to make a well-defendable island, and even if they don't heal other offensive structures, if you put them on a small island, they heal each other, and the dragon doesn't have much time to take care of them.
Yeah, so the thing about that is, if you're doing this as a war tactic, to make it so that there has to be a second dragon if they are soloing, or even sometimes a third dragon if they they had a backup and that dragon didn't get through your base, because like his base takes 3 dragons to get through for them.
Well, it depends on how high a level a dragon it does. I just did a video that it took down a level 45 Zamrock. A level 45 Necrix couldn't finish it, and then they followed up with a lower level Aster. But they still couldn't finish up the whole base.
Yeah, so the thing about having these HUTs is you can drop hammers down on this when you're defending it, which will heal those HUTs even more. And so if you're defending in a war that kind of structure with the 4 huts and then either an electric prong or even a blue mage tower or red mage tower, you basically made that island pretty invincible without having a lot of firepower on it, and all the person that is defending your base has to do is drop hammers on it. That's all they have to do. They don't have to worry about having a lot of super shots left at that point if they've been defending your base, because you know you only have that number of super shots when you're defending. The thing about scattering huts throughout the base, you'll see this very frequently on a lot of farm bases and XP bases, and if you're doing this on your personal base, the thing that it can tend to do is if you have a good hunter flyer, he's going to go take out the offensive structures around it, the mage towers and stuff like that, and then when he comes back in with his warrior or sorcerer, he's going to leave those huts there to kill last so that he can get more range.
Guys, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
If you have very high level huts, sometimes the only way you're going to take them down is with Death Gaze.
True.
Or Umbral Spike. I'm talking about the really high level huts, even if you have firepower and they keep on healing each other.
See, exactly. So that's another reason why, though the strategy of scattering them can help and it can heal multiple structures.
Yeah.
I don't think it is the best way to use huts either offensively or...
Again, if you want to make a easily defendable base, for being a problem to take down in war, put it on the middle, the
Island
1, 2, 3, Island 3. Now, if you could put it on Island 6, but then that's if you want to have a base that already extends a little bit. That's how far my base extends. I definitely didn't put it on the last 2.
I actually ran into a base recently that had you flew up onto the huts.
Well, you can. Sorry.
Which was Island 6, and it was very weird because then I had all of this time to build rage, but I didn't get their huts down because I wasn't using a dragon strong enough to do huts. And even though I cleared the rest of the base with the dragon I had to come back in with a second dragon that had Death Gaze.
What I was going to say very quickly, I wanted to wrap this up. We've gone a little bit longer than we wanted to. Is if you invert your bases, but we're going to do a video on base inversion, and that basically involves when all your firepower is up front from the beginning, you put all your strength in the beginning, set island 7 and 8, in which case the middle island, number 6, becomes the hot island, and then you fly over those bases, and later on you see there's not much afterwards.
Island 1 and 2 is empty.
Yeah, island 1 and 2 is empty. That's a different type of island structure. Guys, anyway, as I always say, I write it in the videos, can't reiterate it here, we're looking for new patrons, subscribers, show some love, do sub, fly in peace.
Go to pieces.
Take care.